In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows, we, a person is watching a dream, and the dream is very full of events. So many things a person is seen doing, a person is seen avoiding, and a person is experiencing despite the fact that they didn't want to do that. It's a dream. And there are things which are quite desirable. We watch during a dream. There are certain other things which are slightly undesirable, but we are seen doing that. Still, there are things which are quite hard, quite difficult, quite complicated, but we don't want to do that either, but we cannot avoid it at the same time. That is a dream. In this dream, there are things and things and things. There are events and events and events, and it seems that there are so many of the people we come across and we see, and there are in the dream we are watching, we are undergoing, experiencing, dear friends. That is really strange sort of experience, and there is someone else, and this someone else actually is found telling us, guiding us, that although this word is complicated enough, it's not simple enough, but I have a guidance which is quite dependable, which is quite reliable, and if at all during all that you are seen, if at all you agree to act upon this advice, what is going to happen then? The complications, the difficulties, and will be become more like manageable. And although it will be like a trial, like an examination, but at least you will have a very solid source of advice, guidance, and you will be shown a light. You will be getting a kind of insight as well, if at all you want to, if at all you are determined to do that. Although, if at all, even if you act upon this advice, the challenges will be there, the difficulties will be there, but at least you will be able to reach your destination, and you will not be losing sight of your destination, and you don't have to lose sight of your destination. On the other hand, if at all you are seen drifting and you are adrift, what is going to happen then? Then obviously maybe there will be relatively lesser difficulties here in this world, but there is a little chance that you are going to reach any admirable, desirable destination, and the destination will be hardly, visible in front of us. And although it's not that easy, and it's not what everyone else can do, that acting upon the advice of someone else instead of using one's own mind, overwhelming majority of the people, they think that I have to act upon the advice of someone else. Instead, I do have to act upon the advice of myself, mean I do have to use my own mind and not that of anyone else at all. I cannot rely upon other people. I cannot rely upon the any sort of advice. But dear friends, as for the destination is concerned, the destination is not for those people who didn't act upon the advice of the advisor, the more solid and the more, trustworthy advisor. Instead, they decided to act upon their own will and wish. Instead, they wanted to act upon their own whims. That is the attitude of most of the people during the time of the dream. As for this dream is concerned, this dream is nothing but our life. Our life is like a dream and nothing different from that at all. But this dream, it is really something where we become a kind of adrift person and we are seen doing whatever the rest of the people are seen doing. We prefer to follow the trends, we prefer to follow what certain other people are doing, particularly the people who do have the big chunk of money, who do have the money, who do have the power and the influence in the society. We prefer to follow these people, although these people themselves, although they have earned something, they have achieved something which is apparently quite glittering, but as for it is said that everything which glitters is not gold and not gold at all. So like that, as for these things are concerned, the worldly so-called worldly achievements, I think these things are not different from that. And although these things are glittering a lot, but these are not gold at all. So I think we need to think differently, and we need to think whatever has been advised to us, in the revealed guidance by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the only dependable guidance. Otherwise there is no guidance at all which can be trusted. As for our own limited vision of the things it concern, I think it is highly, extremely limited, and for that reason, our horizon is so narrow, so small, and having an horizon which is that small, I think it is not wise to somehow consider ourselves as who knows everything else. Actually, we know very little, and for that reason we need to act upon the divine guidance. I think that is the right thing, and that is the right thing only. My dear friends and fellows, look what the people are trying to do, what we people are trying to do. As a matter of fact, we are watching that dream, and during this dream I think we need to realize that it is a dream, and not it is not forever at all. This dream cannot be watched and cannot be seen forever. It is for a very, very limited amount of time, and so is our life here in this world. That too is for a very, very limited amount of time. And if at all we are seen restraining, we are seen exercising the restraint, instead of following our impulses, our desires, the trends, I think these are not going to lead us toward the right sort of destination at all. We do have to repent and regret a lot, but there will be no use of it once that dream is over. I think the time we have got, it is during that dream only we need to reform ourselves, we need to put ourselves on the right path, and that is the only way we can move forward. That is the only way we can reach our destination, and the right sort of destination. That is the only way.